What's up, YouTubers? Today I've got a little box set that I picked up while I was on vacation in St. Louis. The 1986 Donruss Highlights. I guess this is an all-encompassing set showing all the highlights from 1986, which of course had one of the most epic postseasons in baseball history. We had the Mets and Astros in the NLCS that had two epically long extra inning games, and the Red Sox and Angels, with the Red Sox making the comeback down to their last strike. Dave Henderson hitting that famous home run off Donnie Moore. And then, of course, the Red Sox and Mets World Series, highlighted by the Game 6 comeback, and, of course, the Bill Buckner famous error. I doubt that'll be one of the highlight cards, but that'd be pretty cool if it was. Rest in peace, Bill. He just recently passed away. But I don't have any of these, and for a couple bucks, I figured it'd be a fun little break, because it's from my Wonder Years. So let's open this up and see what we get. And it obviously has never been opened because we got cellophane wrap around it. Set that there in the background here, and we've got a little note. Dear collector, you play an important role in our baseball program. We want you to be satisfied with your purchase. If this product fails to meet your expectations, please call us at our toll-free number and ask for Betty or Doris. Thank you for choosing Donruss Baseball puzzle and cards. All right, let's call that number and see if we can ask for Betty or Doris here. 1-800-233-3253. Got it right there. Call. Let's put this on speaker.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now. If not, press 2.
I'm not over 50, so I'm going to press 2.
If you are 25 years or older, press 1. If you are under 25, if you'd like to take a vacation in the next year, press 1.
Of course I
If
would.
not, press 2.
But I just got off vacation, so I'm going to press 2.
If you enjoy vacations with the whole family, press 1.
I just got off vacation with the whole family, and I enjoyed it.
Press 2.
But I do prefer romantic.
You have been selected for a free Caribbean cruise for 2.
Woohoo!
You are only responsible for nominal port fees of $65 per person. Enjoy your vacation.
Thanks.
To accept your cruise, please press 1 now. To decline, press 2.
I'm going to decline because I want to speak to Doris or Betty.
Just for calling today, you have qualified to receive free roadside assistance. Your free guaranteed 24/7 roadside assistance includes benefits such as free towing coverage.
I already have roadside assistance with my regular insurance company.
Flat tires, 3 oil changes throughout the year, and much more. You can get all of these roadside benefits absolutely free. And you can also save a guaranteed 50% on all of your car repairs when you participate in our
That sounds
Ambassador Auto
fantastic.
Savings program. To hear how you can qualify for our free roadside assistance program and save a guaranteed 50% on all of your auto repair expenses, press 1 now. To decline, press 2.
I'm going to decline, even though all that sounds really good. I
Press
want to speak
1
with
now.
Doris
Thank you for calling.
or Betty. Call ended? What a joke. I wanted to talk to Doris or Betty. All right, so I tried Donruss. I wanted to, let you guys know how you were doing, but I guess we'll never know, or you'll never know how I feel about your product. Anyway, enough of that shenanigans. Let's get right into this 1986 highlight set. Right off the top, we have a very mini Hank Aaron puzzle. That's pretty cool. I do like the puzzles, and that's a very small puzzle. The smallest puzzle I've ever seen. Set that right back there since I can't call Doris or Betty. We got a highlight checklist. Got to throw a checklist in there, even though you got the whole set. The borders on that look really cool in the camera there. All right, first card, we got a Jose Canseco AL Rookie of the Year from 1986. Hit over 30 home runs and I think came close to driving in 100 runs. Todd Worrell, NL Rookie of the Year. Had 36 saves and I think 9 wins for the Cardinals that year, who, of course, went on to the World Series the next year. Don Mattingly, Yankee record for hits and doubles. That's crazy that he has the record for hits and doubles, considering the caliber of players that played before him. Dave Righetti shatters in a Major League save mark. He had 46 that year. John Cangelosi, AL record for steals by a rookie. Interesting. Steve Sucks, Player of the Month for September. Mike Krukow, Pitcher of the Month for September. I guess we're making our way backwards here. Player of the Month for September, Don Mattingly for the American League. Bruce Hurst, Pitcher of the Month for September. Mike Scott, no-hitter, clinches division. Mike Scott was also the NLCS MVP against the Mets in a losing cause. And actually, the next year, Jeff Leonard was MVP of the NLCS in a losing cause as well. I think that might be the only time that the National League Championship Series MVP was on the losing team in back-to-back years. Interesting side note. Jim DeShays sets Major League strikeout record. I think that was for strikeouts to start a game. He had like 5 or 6 or 7 strikeouts to start the game. Jim DeShays, number 4 starter, struck out the first 8 batters he faced to establish a new Major League record. That's interesting. Joe Cowley, Major's first no-hitter in 2 years. Joe Cowley, I've never even heard of Joe, but he's got a no-hitter to his name, so congrats, Joe. Bo Jackson, longest home run in Royal Stadium. I think that was just an excuse to throw a Bo Jackson highlight card in there. Joe Carter sets Tribe offensive record. He drove in 121 runs in 1986. I'm guessing that's what the back is going to state. Dale Murphy, Player of the Month for August. Also one of the Players of the Decade for the 80s. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Bill Gullickson, Pitcher of the Month for August. Doug DeCinces, Player of the Month for August for the American League. Mike Witt, Pitcher of the Month for August for the Angels. Juan Samuel records 3rd quadruple double. I don't know what that means. I know what a quadruple double is in basketball, but I don't know what that is in baseball. Continues to demonstrate rare gifts, power, and speed. Blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to read that. It's taking too long already. Mike Schmidt surpasses DiMaggio record. I don't know what the DiMaggio record is. Maybe not a hitting streak by any means. 882 career extra bases, moving him ahead of the Yankee Clipper, who had 881. Michael Jack Schmidt, also the MVP of the National League in '86. I'm sure we'll get to that card. Steve Carlton notches 4,000th K. Steve Carlton on the Giants. I didn't know Steve Carlton was on the Giants. I wonder if that's a mistake. I don't remember Steve Carlton ever being on the Giants. Anyway, Willie McCovey, 1986 Hall of Fame inductee. He just recently passed away as well. Rest in peace. Ernie Lombardi, 86 Hall of Fame inductee. Back in the day, catcher, I think, for the Indians. Bobby Doerr, second baseman for the Red Sox back in the day. Played in the shadow of Ted Williams, 86 Hall of Fame inductee. Bert Blyleven was apparently 50 years old when he pitched every year, because even here, he got his 3,000th career strikeout in those baby blue Twins unis. He looks very old. Eric Davis, Player of the Month for July, which is amazing because he was on the disabled list for the entire month, because he was as sturdy as wet cardboard, as I like to say. Todd Worrell, Pitcher of the Month for July. Scott Fletcher, Player of the Month for July. Jack Morris, No Mustache Jack, interesting. Pitcher of the Month for July. Clemens, All-Star Game MVP, also the Cy Young winner and American League MVP. I'm sure we'll get those cards later. Fernando Valenzuela ties All-Star Game record. Fernando also had 21 wins that year, most in the National League, but he lost the Cy Young to Mike Scott, who had over 300 strikeouts that year. Gerald Strawberry starts 3rd straight All-Star Game. Wally Joyner starting the All-Star Game as a rookie, Wally World, or as I call him, Big Sis. Bob Horner blasts 4 home runs in one game. If I recall, they lost that game as well because that Braves squad was pretty crappy. Big Mouth Kevin Bass, Player of the Month for June for the Astros. Rick Rhoden, Pitcher of the Month for June, but he's swinging a mean stick in that picture. Kent Herbeck, Player of the Month for June for the Twins. Clemens, Pitcher of the Month for June. Starts the season 14-0. Another Clemens highlight. It's like the 3rd one in this set. Don Sutton, Old Man Don, notched his 300th career win. Hubie Brooks, Player of the Month for May. Jeff Reardon, Pitcher of the Month for May. All these Expos. Player of the Month for May for the American League, Wade Boggs, eating some chicken in the dugout. Don Big Ol' Ass, Pitcher of the Month for May. Way to go, ass. Wade Boggs, first 5-hit game of his career. Reggie Jackson eclipses Mickey Mantle for the home run record. For what? Home runs by a left-handed hitter? No, because Mantle batted both. I don't know. Maybe he just passed Mantle on the all-time list. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know why it says eclipses Mantle's home run record. Passes Mantle's career home run total. Would have been a better, I guess, way to word it. Johnny Ray, Player of the Month for April. Not to be mistaken for Barry Bonds like Donruss did in the opening day set from the very next year. Dwight Gooden, Pitcher of the Month for April and most cocaine snorted by a starting pitcher in 1986. Kirby Puckett, Player of the Month for April. It's a nice shot of Kirby. Clemens, Pitcher of the Month for April. He was like Pitcher of the Year, apparently. He got Pitcher of the Month every month. Roger Clemens, KKKKKKKKK. That's kind of racist. That was probably in commemorating his 20 strikeout game. Mike Schmidt, Phillies RBI leader. George Brett, Royals all-time hitman. It's a nice-looking card. George Brett, one of my favorite guys. Jose Rijo, Oakland milestone for strikeouts. And Will Clark, homers in first at-bat. Will Clark, one of my favorite guys as a kid. Homered in his first at-bat against Nolan Ryan on opening day back in 1986. I think the Giants actually might have had him batting leadoff back in the day. I'd have to check that to see if that's true or not, but if I recall, he was batting leadoff. So anyway, nice little set, nice little review of the 1986 season, along with my factoids and prank calling that number. Although I still want to get a hold of Betty or Doris, let them know I enjoyed the mini Hank Aaron puzzle. So that is my review of the 1986 Donruss Baseball highlight set. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.